Good, happy Thursday morning. I'm Riley King, and welcome to the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. Let's get started. We have a lot of news to get to this morning. First up, police looking for vandalism suspects in Concord. Concord police are investigating several incidents of vandalism on walking trails in the city. On August 28th, officers responded to the Batchelder Mills Trail north of Cortersville Road for a report of vandals along the trail. Officers located a bunch and observed area that was vandalized with graffiti. The bench and observation area had been spray painted with multiple fluorescent colors. Officers also learned of a similar graffiti on the Broken Ground Trail, which runs south of Curtisville Road in the area of Millbrook School. Officers discovered that footbridges and boardwalks were spray painted in the similar manner. Trees had also been cut and damaged. Anyone with information regarding the incident should contact Lieutenant Sean Ford at 603-225-8600 or the Concord Regional Crime Line at 603-226-3100. And here is a photo of one of the benches spray painted, as you can see. Elderly man bulged to death by roommate at nursing facility. An 86-year has died after being bulged in by his roommate in the dementia ward of a nursing facility, Norfolk District Attorney Michael said. James Champeld died from his injuries at Boston Medical Center Wednesday night, the Patriot Ledger reported. Michael said the assault took place before 9 p.m. Tuesday at the Care One nursing facility in Randolph. Randolph police were called, who immediately notified the State Police Detective Unit at the Norfolk District Attorney's Office. Champall was transported to the Boston hospital where he died. Prosecutors said the weapon used in the attack was an unspecific piece of furniture in the room. The suspect in the assault, Walter Rice Jr., 58, was charged with assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. After Rice was evaluated by a court clinical, Judge Mark Coven declined to arraign Rice and sent him to Bridge State Hospital for further evaluation, Michael said. The incident is under investigation by Randolph and State Police detectives with assistance from State Police Crimes Service. LePage's office to match $50,000 donation to Harvey and Irma relief. Maine Governor Paul LePage is encouraging residents to think of those harmed by Hurricane Harvey in Texas and those in harm's way as Hurricane Irma approaches Florida. LePage said Wednesday that his office will match the first $50,000 donated to Harvey and Irma relief through the Maine State Employees Combined Charitable Appeal. He made his appeal on the same day the Red Cross Maine dispatched its only remaining emergency response vehicle to Florida before Irma makes landfall. The workers are expected to spend at least the next 2 weeks in Florida providing meals, comfort, and support. The other 2 emergency response vehicles are in Texas, assisting residents there in their recovery from Hurricane Harvey. Hurricane Irma lashes Caribbean islands. Florida braces for hit. Hurricane Irma, one of the most powerful Atlantic storms in the century, howled past Puerto Rico on Wednesday after trashing several smaller Caribbean islands with trees snapping, winds, drenching rains, and pounding surface on a collision course with Florida. Irma causes at least 9 deaths in Caribbean as Florida, Georgia, South Carolina brace for storm. Let's take a listen to the video from ABC News.
I've been asking this a lot lately, but this is what it really means. The same hotel room can have up to 10 different prices across the internet. So even if you spend a lot of time looking around, chances are that it's still out there for a better price. So make one last check before you book. The Trivago check. Trivago compares prices from over 150 websites to make sure you find your ideal hotel for the best price. Hotel Trivago.
That monster hurricane, the strongest ever on record in the Atlantic Ocean, slamming into the Caribbean already, turning deadly, ravaging islands. And I want to get back to that video. Just listen to the sound as it slams St. Martin. An extremely powerful storm, so many islands getting hammered, many Americans who could not get out in time trying to ride out this hurricane. This satellite image tonight shows the eye of this Category 5 storm fully formed there. At this hour, Irma still tracking right toward Florida, but there are several other states now in the possible path. And I want to show you this tonight. This image coming in, that's the eye again, but in the middle there, that is the island of Barbuda. Authorities there late this afternoon reporting at least 90% of the buildings on that island could be gone now. ABC's Lindsay Janis is in the middle of it all. She leads us off tonight.
Tonight, Hurricane Irma tearing through the Caribbean, claiming at least 3 lives, with ferocious 185-mile-an-hour winds. Irma pummeling the U.S. Virgin Islands, home to more...
Okay, and there you go on that video. Some of that report in that video. Also, Hurricane Irma lashed the Caribbean islands Tuesday, causing at least 9 deaths, while the U.S., Florida, Georgia, and South Carolina are forcing state emergency as residents brace for the monster storm. The storm, called extremely dangerous by the National Hurricane Center, currently has sustained winds of 180 miles per hour and even higher. On Wednesday afternoon, Irma was battering the Caribbean, destroying 90% of the structures and vehicles on Barbados, officials said. In St. Martin's and St. Berthelion, at least 8 people died and 23 were injured, according to the French Interior Minister. At least 1 person died in Barbados, where there is widespread damage, said Medica France, a spokeswoman for Angetua in Barbados' National Office of Disaster Service. And that does it for the Riley King Newscast right here on the Riley King Network. I hope you all have a great rest of your Thursday, and I'll see you back here later on today. Goodbye, everyone.